you're safe and well. As you can see, I'm back on the Land Rocket again. But for now, it's just yard art. Nope, I have not even tried to turn it over yet. Soon, I hope, but still a few more things I want to do before. So today I hope to finish one of those things. I got this car from Copart, and using the speedometer reading and the Carfax last known smog control out of California, I've been able to determine that this car has been sitting approximately 9 years. So I want to do a few things to it before I even try to turn it over. And today is one of those things. Actually, I've been pulling the spark plugs one by one, which is no easy task. But it's not as difficult, I think, as my old 92 Thunderbird that was supercharged, V6. Anyway, the one at the rear over there, I believe, would be number 7, and it's close to the vacuum brake booster. It's a bear to get to. I've dug out just about all the tools I think I could possibly use to get in tight spaces with, which is actually, unless you do this all the time, what you probably will end up doing yourself, or have already most likely. And I'm to the point to where I've got most all of them done except for the one in the front here, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So I believe this is probably going to be 2. So anyway, that's where I am. I'm going to put some lubricant into the cylinder as I pull the plug. Now, as you can see, I'm putting the plug back to torque. There's a few tools that I'll be using to get the plug out, and then of course the light lubricating oil. The way I generally begin to remove the plug is I got a special pair of pliers that are bent like this. I'll leave a link where I got these, and I've already got this one loose, but this will give you an idea. Put the pliers around the metal part of the plug wire and then twist a little bit and then pull back. Book recommends twisting about half a turn, then pulling back, but you got to jiggle it up and down and pull it off. And you generally come up with something like that. This sleeve just pulls off, by the way. So the pliers go around like that on the metal sleeve. I think you can see that. So I don't necessarily take the wire loose from the coil. I'm going to probably have to on this one right here. Number, I believe, 4, because I go to slide the plug wire on the plug and it just keeps popping back off. I think it's probably, getting it off, I probably widened the clip inside the wire itself. I will take a look at it in a minute, but for right now, I just find a socket, a spark plug socket, and find an extension. Now this is a spark plug socket. It's got a little rubber holdy piece inside there to go over the spark plug. Kind of keeps you from wobbling and breaking the ceramic on the plug. Plus it also holds the plug tight enough that when you unscrew it, you can pull it out and you don't drop it. And so what I'm doing is I'm checking all these plugs just to see how they're wearing, give me an idea how the engine's running, or was running. Anyway, I just get my socket wrench over the extension. Sometimes you can't get the extension and the socket wrench all down the same hole here at the same time. Now some of these plugs were very tight and some of them were not. They're supposed to be on at 11 foot-pounds of torque, but I swear some of them were a whole bunch more than that. This one's on there pretty good. Now make sure when you do this that the engine is stone cold, because things get hot, they swell up, and you may strip the threads out of this aluminum head, especially if that plug's been in there and it's in there too tight. So this one just broke loose. I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Here is what plug number 2 looks like. Now I generally take a can of lubricant, which has a very long straw, as you can see, and I find the hole where the plug goes, put the straw in the hole, and spray lubricant into the cylinder. After putting a drop or two of advanced full synthetic motor oil on the threads, as the shop manual recommends, I like to take a piece of 1/4 inch rubber tubing, vacuum tube line actually, I believe, and use it to thread the plug into the hole, because I've never had one cross thread doing it this way. If it doesn't want to go, the hose slips. But if you have a socket wrench on it, if you have a wrench on it, you could conceivably not get it right. Anyway, this generally works pretty well for me, and sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Hard to get at places like this. It's always good to know that you're not stripping the threads. After I got the plug screwed down, then put the torque wrench on it and do 11 foot-pounds. And rest easy that that plug is in there. Now what I like to do is grab the wire, pull the metal boot off, and I want to put some silicone down in there. It's silicone with high dielectric properties, it is. So I just put a little of it in there, roll it around a little bit on that boot. The plug generally snaps on. You can feel it when it does. Pull back a little bit on it and don't come off. I'd say it's on there. Okay, I have now put light lubricating oil in all these cylinders, and a little bit later on, another video, I'm going to try and turn it over some by hand, but I also want to change the oil and filter in it before I do that as well. So this is Steve from Cars, Trucks, and Detours saying thank you all for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Till the next video. Bye.